Coinbase is the largest crypto exchange in the United States by trading volume. Around $335 billion worth of cryptocurrencies get traded every quarter. Just 10 years back, it was difficult for most people to imagine that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum would have the potential to become a universal currency. But Brian Armstrong, founder of Coinbase, did. Hey guys, I'm Jayesh and you're watching Hustle TV. In this video, we will see how Brian Armstrong built Coinbase. Brian Armstrong was born on 25th of January 1983 in San Jose, California, to engineer parents. Armstrong displayed an entrepreneurial streak from a very early age. While in school, he ran a candy reselling venture on the playground and started reselling used computers to make some money on the side. During his high school days, Armstrong started learning CSS and Java and developed an interest in computer technology. He started designing websites for local businesses in San Jose to make some additional cash. In 2001, Brian enrolled at the Rice University in Houston, Texas, where he studied computer science and economics. In June of 2003, while he was still a junior at Rice University, Brian, along with his friend John Nelson, co-founded his first startup, universitytutor.com. The website was a platform to connect students with tutors in every field. After finishing his bachelor's and master's degree in computer science in 2006, instead of taking a conventional route to work for a company, Brian decided to spend 1 year in Argentina while working on his tutoring startup remotely. His startup was doing good but not great. Hence, a year later, Brian took up a job in the IT department of Deloitte. All this time, he kept working on University Tutor on the side. Up until this point, Brian was not introduced into the world of cryptocurrency, but that changed in 2010. In 2010, while on a Christmas holiday, Armstrong read a white paper published by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, which invited all crypto enthusiasts to use Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency he created as an alternative currency. What the white paper explained was, transactions in the case of Bitcoins get recorded in a virtual blockchain led by a group of self-proclaimed node keepers or miners, none of whom have supreme power over the entire system. Disputes over operations are resolved by a majority vote. To confirm transactions, a member must perform certain arithmetic tasks. The node or miner that coped with them received several new bitcoins in the process called mining. Bitcoin also had a stipulation set forth in its source code that it must have a limited and finite supply. For this reason, there will only ever be 21 million bitcoins ever produced. The white paper got Armstrong thinking about cryptocurrency, the power it had, and how he can build a business around it. The busy work of mining for bitcoins did not interest Armstrong, but it did see an opportunity in the business of safeguarding the keys of the coin and setting up transactions. In May of 2011, Brian took up a job at Airbnb as a software engineer. At Airbnb, his role was focused on fraud prevention. At the time, Airbnb was moving a reported of $500 million in payments annually in 192 countries through a patchwork of financial networks, and each one claimed a transaction fee, making money transfer laborious and expensive. Brian realized an anonymous, encrypted, government-free online version of money would simplify all that. It would be faster, more secure, and vastly cheaper. This is where he realized how he can use cryptocurrency to solve a big problem. Up until this point, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies were considered scams by many, and to get a Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for that matter, you either had to mine it, which required a lot of computing power and some sort of expertise, or you had to buy it from a scammy platform which looked like you can get hacked any second. Plus, it was hard to spend Bitcoin because few merchants accepted it. The currency was just too new. Armstrong realized he could build a platform which makes it easy for people to buy and sell crypto and was safe and secure. Also, he decided to make a user-friendly wallet for cryptocurrency so users can pay for items using crypto just like the way they do with normal currency. Well, he wasn't the only one thinking about Bitcoin and other crypto's broader potential. On a discussion forum about the cryptocurrency, Armstrong met Ben Reeves, a British programmer, a well-respected figure in the tight-knit community who ran a Bitcoin transaction tracking website called Blockchain. He had been using Bitcoin for a year already and had even built a Bitcoin wallet that 10,000 people had tried out. The two men hit it off and started spitballing ideas for a new kind of company, a PayPal for Bitcoin. It would serve as a trusted broker of the cryptocurrency, taking 0.5% charge anytime anyone converted dollars to Bitcoin or vice versa. With a digital wallet and payment processing services, you can pay your cab driver with Bitcoin via your smartphone. Brian started working late all week long and wrote in Ruby and JavaScript a special software where one could buy, sell and store cryptocurrency. He called it Coinbase. They pitched the concept to the prestigious startup accelerator Y Combinator, and got an invitation to join the class of summer 2012. Brian quit his job at Airbnb in June of 2012 and established Coinbase, but he received an initial setback here as well. Ben Reeves, along with whom he was set to join Y Combinator, parted ways with him due to difference of opinion between the two on how their platform would work. Brian felt that in order for Bitcoin to gain mass acceptance, users who lost their wallet passwords would need a way of recovering them. That meant their new company would have to retain access to users' private keys, the 64-digit character access code that conveys Bitcoin ownership. Without the access, users could forever forfeit the entire Bitcoin fortune as easily as forgetting their password. Reeves completely disagreed. The whole point of Bitcoin was that it put the person with the Bitcoin in control. If you give some company access to your Bitcoins, you are essentially trusting it as you would a bank. It could lose them to hackers or worse, steal them outright. These rip-offs were already all too common occurrence in the nascent Bitcoin world. If Coinbase maintained backdoor in all of its customers' wallet, it would become more or less like a centralized banking system. Hence, just 48 hours before Reeves was supposed to get on a plane to fly to Silicon Valley, Brian cut Reeves out of the business and decided to go forward without him. But one of the rules at YC is every startup entering the program has to have a co-founder. A single founder company is not allowed in YC, as they believe, and rightly so, that running startups is tough, and if something happens to the founders, there should be a co-founder to run the show. Hence, to enter YC, Brian needed a co-founder. Just like how Brian found Ben Reeves in an online forum, he found his next co-founder, Fred Ehrsam, a Goldman Sachs trader in a Reddit group. Fred was bored of his trading job and couldn't understand why these financial giants were not adopting cryptocurrencies. Both men met at a coffee shop in Silicon Valley and decided to work on something for a week. They hit it off, and Fred joined Coinbase in November of 2012, taking the title of co-founder. The startup raised $150,000 in seed funding from Y Combinator. After coming out of YC, Coinbase started getting some traction. In a short time, they had over 15,000 people using Coinbase Wallet, and they bought and sold about $1 million in Bitcoins a month. The next year, in May of 2013, Coinbase received $5 million in Series A round of funding led by Fred Wilson from Union Square Ventures. The same year in December, Coinbase received $25 million in funding from Andreessen Horowitz, Union Square Ventures, and Rivet Capital. During this time, few events took place that shook the crypto world, like the Japanese platform Mt. Gox, at one point the largest crypto exchange in the world, got hacked in 2014, and the hackers secretly stole the tokens of its customers for $480 million. Hence, Coinbase used the raised capital to make it more secure and build trust with its customers. In 2014, Coinbase user base grew to 1 million users, and it acquired the Blockchain Explorer service Blocker and the web bookmarking company Kipit. They secured insurance covering the value of Bitcoin stored on their servers and launched the vault system for secure Bitcoin storage. Throughout 2014, the company partnered with Dell, Expedia, Dish Networks, and few other companies, allowing them to accept Bitcoin payments in addition to traditional payments. Then in January of 2015, Coinbase launched the first regulated Bitcoin exchange in the US for professional traders called Coinbase Exchange. It got rebranded to Global Digital Asset Exchange or GDAX. Today, Coinbase has over 56 million verified users, 7,000 institutional investors in over 100 countries who use Coinbase to easily and securely invest, spend, save, earn, and use crypto. Brian Armstrong is a billionaire with estimated net worth of $6.5 billion, and Coinbase is valued at over $68 billion. Today, Brian Armstrong's vision of building a world that is global, open financial system that drove innovation and freedom is slowly turning into reality. So that's a wrap for today, guys. You'll find links to Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper and a simplified version of it in the description. Feel free to check it out. Just in case you're wondering, as of February of 2021, 18.6 million bitcoins have been mined, which leaves around 2.3 million yet to be introduced into circulation. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, then please consider subscribing to my channel and do watch out my other videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.